Hockey fans, brace yourselves. Big changes are rumbling on the West Coast. In a development that has left many stunned, the Vancouver Canucks have officially placed Filip Hronek, their high-impact blue liner, on the trade block. This is no backroom rumor. The news was confirmed by none other than GM Patrik Allvin, catching the attention of NHL insiders and challenging fans' perceptions about the direction of the franchise. Following another season outside the playoff picture, Vancouver is wasting no time in reshuffling its roster, and trading Hronek could be the linchpin for a summer of transformation. What does this mean for the Canucks' chances next season? Who might be targeted as a replacement? Why is Vancouver rolling the dice with such a major piece of their core? In this deep dive, we explore everything behind Vancouver's most audacious off-season maneuver, and what could be coming next for the organization. The aftermath of disappointment. Why the Canucks are pushing reset. Let's set the scene. After the 2024-25 campaign, the Canucks found themselves on the outside looking in, missing the Stanley Cup playoffs for the fourth time in 5 years. The thirst for change was palpable, and ownership has responded in full force. Coaching overhaul. Rick Tocchet has departed, closing a chapter that failed to bring sustained playoff results. Stepping up in his place is Adam Foote, promoted from assistant to head coach, symbolizing a fresh start and a willingness to trust new leadership. Aggressive front office. President Jim Rutherford and GM Patrik Allvin have made it clear they won't sit idle this offseason. Targeted, substantial moves are a top priority as management looks to transform the Canucks back into a playoff contender. These swift changes signal a front office determined to reverse the trend of missed opportunities, and that means nobody, not even core members like Hronek, is safe from the trade rumor carousel. Filip Hronek, from core piece to trade bait. At first glance, putting Filip Hronek on the block seems shocking. Since arriving in Vancouver, Hronek has been everything you'd want in a top-4 defenseman. Dependable, physical, and capable of logging critical minutes in all situations. Elite defender credentials. Hronek was a standout during Quinn Hughes' absences, often holding together the blue line with a mature, two-way presence that made him a quick fan favorite. Cap hit versus return. Locked in with a $7.25 million annual contract through 2032, Hronek's deal is significant but not outlandish for a prime-age D-man with a proven track record. Why move? Now, Hronek's no-move clause kicks in on July 1st, meaning this is Vancouver's best shot at maximizing the return before his contract gives him more control over his future. It's a rare window for aggressive roster management. According to sources like GOAT Radio podcast, Hronek may be the key bargaining chip the Canucks use to shake up their core and free up cap space just in time for free agency. Or search. For a star, Vancouver's ambitious blueprint with Hronek now officially available, fans are buzzing about what comes next. The answer from Vancouver's front office is clear. This isn't just about salary maneuvering, but about acquiring a star-level defenseman or leveraging valuable cap space. Bold targeting. Jim Rutherford and Patrik Allvin have repeatedly signaled their intent to be aggressive, looking for a blue liner who can anchor the defense for years to come. The goal? Land a cornerstone piece who will help vault the Canucks back into playoff relevance. New faces incoming? With Victor Mancini making waves since joining in January, and prospect Tom Willander freshly signed, Vancouver's looking to the future, while staying competitive now. This is a balancing act. Move out a current impact player to create room for a fresh, dynamic addition. Strategic depth. The Canucks' prospect pool on defense, now deeper than in years past, gives the front office more flexibility to pursue bold, potentially risky moves. The teams in play, who could land Hronek? Despite concern about Hronek's sizable contract, there's little doubt he'll have suitors ready to pounce, especially teams with salary cap room and a need for a legit top-4, right-handed defenseman. Two clubs in particular loom large. Columbus, Blue Jackets. Still searching for blue line stability, and with the cap space to match, Columbus could view Hronek as a cornerstone to help them emerge from their rebuild. Utah Mammoth. The league's newest brand is eager to make a splash. With plenty of financial flexibility and a need for reliable name-brand talent, Utah stands out as a bold, intriguing destination for Hronek's next chapter. Other teams, particularly those missing out in the free agent market, are looking to bolster playoff depth, could enter the fray quickly, making it likely Vancouver gets a competitive bidding process. The risk-reward equation. internal replacements and fan concerns. Management's confidence in moving Hronek stems from a faith in younger blue liners and the conviction that big moves are needed to spark change. But this pivot isn't without risk. New blood versus proven production. Victor Mancini and Tom Willander carry promise, but neither is a lock for elite NHL performance just yet. Are they ready to step into Hronek's minutes, or could this gamble set the team back defensively? Fan reaction. While some fans are energized by the ambition, others worry about disrupting defensive chemistry, especially swapping out a steady veteran for unproven prospects. Pressure on leadership. As Adam Foote inherits the bench, the scrutiny on his ability to manage a changing locker room will be intense. Expectations are high to turn potential into performance right away. All these uncertainties turn the Hronek saga into a defining test for a front office striving to build a playoff identity. What this means for the offseason and beyond. With the offseason just heating up and Hronek's no-move clause setting the clock, expect the next weeks to bring aggressive phone calls, tense negotiations, and, if Alvin and Rutherford get their wish, a transformational trade for the Canucks. The aftermath will be critical. Vancouver's ability to fill the resulting gap, balance the salary cap, and deliver on the promise of a fresh defensive identity could ultimately define the fortunes of the franchise for seasons to come. Share your take. Should the Canucks roll the dice? Vancouver is boldly rewriting the script on their blue line, and the fate of Filip Hronek will be a tipping point. Will the gamble pay off in the form of a star defenseman or newfound roster flexibility? Or could it leave the Canucks wishing they'd stayed with the steady hand they knew? Now it's your turn to weigh in. How do you feel about Vancouver officially shopping Hronek? And who would you target as his replacement? Should the Canucks lean into youth or swing big for an established star? Scroll down and drop your thoughts in the comments, and if this trade chatter has you fired up for the offseason, hit that like button for more exclusive Canucks coverage. Let's see what kind of shakeup Vancouver has in store.